The world is facing a shortage of water, so we need to find ways of conserving the water that we use. Today we take a closer look at how easily this can be done in one's own home or even business. Now, he joined us last week and he's back again. I'm joined by Sean Doel, who's the director of WSP Environmental Consultants. Now, he's going to help inform us of the different ways we can save water and how. Good morning, Sean. Welcome to the show.
Morning. Thanks for having me on
again.
It's
lovely to have you back again, I have to say. Now, today we're taking a look at something quite interesting. Energy-saving shower heads and also taps that get regulated. What exactly is that?
Okay. Well, you might wonder, well, how do we save energy when we talk about shower heads? Because we're going to be talking about water, and I'll explain that. But essentially, we're going to look at shower heads and how we can save water and energy with those.
Okay.
When we look at tap regulators.
All right. So I reckon you can show us exactly what you have here on the
right.
table.
Well, let's have a look at this. It looks like a typical shower head.
Yes.
Most shower heads will push through anywhere between 15 and up to even 40 litres per minute of water. Now, Eskom will tell you, if you read their documentation, energy and a water-saving shower head should be under 10 litres. Now, this shower head will produce about 10 litres per minute.
Let me take a look at this. It looks quite interesting, I have to say.
Well,
so you're saying this produces about how many litres per minute?
10 litres per minute.
About 10 litres per minute, okay.
So now, in comparison to a conventional shower head or an old-style shower head, which is putting between 15 and 40 litres per minute, you're saving water.
Yeah.
And what one often doesn't realise is you're not just saving the money on that water, but we're using less hot water. Therefore, you're saving the electricity to heat that water.
Okay, so it's sort of like a double whammy.
It's a double whammy, and it's a double saving.
Fantastic.
So this will cost, for example, let's say 100, 200 rand.
Right.
You say, well, should I really spend that money? You will save over a year 20 to 40,000 litres at least in water on one shower by changing to that. And the water and electricity costs that you will save will be about 1,000 to even 3,000 rand, depending how inefficient your current system is. So it's a no-brainer in terms of changing to
it's an
energy
investment,
saving.
at the end of the day. Tap regulators, I've never really heard of that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, that's it. Tiny little thing. It's almost nothing.
Teeny tiny.
Costs almost nothing, less than 40 rand. And essentially that goes in the spout of the tap.
Okay.
And it regulates the flow. It slows the flow. And you say, well, why would you do that? Because if I need the water, I want the water. But when you're talking about your basin in the bathroom, for example, and your kitchen sink, most often we're running the water to wash our teeth, for example, or we're running the water to rinse off a plate in the kitchen.
True, yeah.
So we don't need a tap that runs at 15 litres per minute. This will drop it down to 5 litres per minute. And it's just as effective in terms of what you need in terms of the amount of water. So the saving is significant as well.
Now, there's different types that you get as well. I've heard something about aerated, non-aerated.
Yes, old-style systems had nothing.
Yeah.
So just the water just flowed out of the tap.
Okay.
Most taps today are aerated. And you can see that because there's a lot of bubbles in the water. They drop the water flow by already 50%. So actually, without aeration, a tap will float up to 30 litres per minute. An aerated tap, about 15, but we want to go below that. You can still get down to less than 10 and have a shower that feels just as good as a typical old shower.
Well, maybe a bit of a complicated type scenario, but exactly when you're looking at aeration, I mean, going into detail as to what they do when they aerate a tap regulator, what does it mean?
It's literally just pushing air into the water.
Pushing air into the water.
So think of it as fluffing up the water almost, to make it feel like there's more volume without using as much water.
Okay. Now, a question that most people ask is, how long should you shower for? People say that, showering, you save more water than actually, running a bath for yourself. How true is that, and then how much time would you require on
Well,
that?
you only save, compared to a bath, if you've got a water-saving shower head for one, because otherwise the flow is such that in a 10-minute shower, for example, you use more water than a bath. So you've got to watch how much time you're in the shower, obviously, and you've got to have the right type of shower head.
Yeah, I always thought, because I'm the kind of person that love, standing in the shower for a very long time, so I don't really think I'm saving that much. I think I should get myself some energy-saving shower heads and, of course, tap regulators as well. Other ways that we can actually try and conserve water?
Well, a lot of behavioural stuff. You already mentioned how much time you sit in the shower.
Yeah.
You've got to get the kids thinking about, for example, they're brushing their teeth. And I know I'm even guilty of this. You're brushing your teeth and you've got the tap running. Why? Ridiculous. Crazy. Same thing in the kitchen. Rinsing every plate off. Fill the kitchen sink, put the plates into soak and wash them off. Rather than just running that water continuously. So
at the end of the day, it's more a mindset when one should actually just try and change your thinking to try and start conserving water. Fantastic. Sean, it's always a pleasure having you here, and I'm sure that everyone out there has felt very educated today, and we look forward to having you here again next Monday, teaching us a bit more about water conservation.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Awesome stuff. I'll make sure that you protect your environment. All right, now we are going to an ad break, and stay tuned. We have lots more coming up after this.
Stay with eXpresso and SABC3.